First server in this round of 16 matchup.
And getting that gold medal early in the season almost gets the monkey off your back. I feel like you get to play a little more free during the year. You don't have to worry about it. I think that's going to be a really good thing for Parris mentally.
67% win percentage for Parris Todd. Wow, great coverage at the kitchen too from Parris. Cut volley, working the angles early.
And Parris used to be a great tennis player. I actually remember when I was, gosh, probably 23, 24. I'm about 10 years older than her. I trained in Carson, California at the USTA facility. She was there 10, 11, 12, 13 years old, was a great young junior player, played a lot of tennis.
Yeah, trained at the Bolletary Tennis Academy as well. And we have an early challenge of Todd's out call. Zoe Wang calling the challenge there, and this
0-2. Point.
Parris Todd gets it right back.
Right out. 2-1. Excuse me. Point.
One of the things I love about Parris's game too, when you watch her, she's constantly moving her feet. She's very focused, obviously in matches, but if you go watch her on the practice court, she's a serious player, taking the craft serious, which you just love from a player.
Point. That's the first point. One, two.
1-2 is the score. Zoe Wang on the board. Nice gift from Parris, but a perfect setup. Zoe Wang was just waiting for that ball to come back into her wheelhouse.
Two. Point. Excuse me, side out.
Ball sails a little long, but you kind of said it. She does have a little Ben Johns in her game, the way she kind of sees the game of pickleball.
Technique-wise, too, I see it.
I mean, I guess if you're going to copy someone's technique in game, why not be Ben Johns?
Whose technique do you copy, if anyone's?
I'm going to start copying Ben Johns, I'll tell you that. If that'll help my game, I'll do it.
Wow, nice pass from Parris Todd.
You know, everyone's got a natural swing that feels good to them. So you can copy things on the technique, but only to a certain point, right? You don't want to go out of your comfort zone when you're trying to simulate someone else's shot.
Point. Five, two. Point.
Parris looking very comfortable on these third ball passes at the moment.
6-2.
Ooh, lets it fly. It looked like it was soaring deep. It actually lands in. Todd will give it back.
I think Chloe might have mishit it, because if you're Parris, that ball is up over your head. There's no way this can go in, but sometimes pickleballs aren't hit clean. They're not sailing as far along as you think.
Flat out. 6-2.
Great point again for Zoe Wang.
Right, and Zoe did a good job of hitting that passing shot and kind of scooting in and just kind of seeing what Parris was going to do as she was stretched out looking for that next ball. Does a good job of taking it on the rise and taking time away from Parris and not letting her get back into the point.
Point.
Parris got a little jammed on that. She was almost, sometimes you're too quick for your own good.
Point.
You'll notice the kind of the change of strategy with the women. A lot of times they're hitting that return, staying back. The men most of the time hitting the return, looking to get into the net.
Great paddle. Wang is moving really well right now.
You know, I think a lot of times too, because the women, generally speaking, they're a little shorter. When they come to the net, they've had to be a little more strategic on balls that they come to the net on. Because they're a little shorter, the ladies might be a little easier to, a little more susceptible to a passing shot. So that you'll see them rally from the baseline, really try to pick that ball if they can hit a good approach shot and get into the net. Or get into the kitchen, I should say.
Nice.
Point.
Tie game, Zoe Wang. Masterful from serve to finish.
Six.
Oh, what a cover from Zoe Wang.
Point. Eight, 6. Point.
Too good, Zoe Wang running away with the first. Where's this one gotten out of hand for Parris?
You know, Zoe's just doing a good job of keeping her shots deep in the court, not letting Parris get up to that kitchen line. And when she is, so if we just saw, Chloe's doing a good job of hitting passing shots down at Parris's toes. Parris had all the momentum early, but Chloe's done a good job of just flipping that momentum.
6-9.
That's a nice rip from Todd. Needed something like that to get her going. We'll see what she makes of it here.
And I think Parris maybe got a little tentative midway through game one. That shot there, good aggressive forehand. I want to see her go after some of these ground strokes a little more, take a few more chances, and be okay with misses.
Another great point for Zoe Wang. Hunter Johnson is awaiting his round of 16 match against Gabe Joseph. That will take place on Showcase 4 over round 115, so he's probably scoreboard watching that court to see when he's in.
At least Parris is on center court. It's shaded. He's not baking in the sun anywhere. It's not a bad place to get ready for your own match.
7 of the last 8 points. Now 8 of the last 9 on the side of Zoe Wang, who earns game point.
Game 7.
Ooh,
Gosh, that looked good, didn't
Yeah,
it?
it did.
She was in control, got the ball she wanted. Maybe tried to do a little too much with that drop shot. A lot of times it doesn't have to be that good. If you hit a drop shot and your opponent's running up, it's still a difficult shot for them to make, running up and using your hands to kind of create an angle of her own.
37.
But regardless, good solid point from Chloe Wang.
7-10.
Nice.
Point.
It was again, like I said earlier, that's a good aggressive swing from Parris. I feel like she plays her best when she's going after the shots. Maybe she's more of a kind of a clean striker, a power striker from the baseline rather than a finesse player.
Especially on that backhand side. Trying to create from the forehand side on the drop. Saw that a lot on Sunday as well in Tucson. The angles that Parris was coming up with on the thirds. Italy Water-esque. Another game point here for Zoe Wang.
Whoa, I don't know what happened on that forehand. That's a uncharacteristic miss from Wang. If you're hurried, just got to laugh about that. Get ready for the next point.
8-10.
Ooh, nice. Drop volley a little bit within reach of Zoe Wang, and Parris Todd cleaned it up afterwards.
Yeah, Parris did a good job of it was a let court early on. She kind of held her focus, held the paddle up.
Yeah.
Stayed in the point, and then great backhand passing shot. Or not really a passing shot, a passing shot from the kitchen, I guess you would say. The fighter, she's ranked, highly ranked.
Wow. Saving 2 game points against. Now to earn one of her own. Parris Todd back in the mix.
Talk about momentum. Early on, it looked like Parris had game 1 locked up. Then we thought Wang had it locked up, and now it looks like Parris is right back in the driver's seat.
Too good. Parris Todd fights her way back into game 1, 12-10. What a performance, what a comeback. Game 2, sure to be dramatic in the right now. It's Mari Humberg and Leah Jansen, the match ahead of them.
0-0.
I believe Leah Jansen is in the lead, up a game, up a point in the second. Game 2 upon us now between Todd and Wang. Great rip to start for Zoe.
One zero. Side out. Zero one.
On the line, sweeping winner for Parris Todd. By the way, Jeannie Bouchard and Caitlin Christian in a third game battle right now over on Grandstand. So keep you posted on that score line. Nice pass right back at you from Zoe Wang. And that match I just referenced, Christian leading 5-2 in the third. Bouchard took the first, 11-7. Christian took the second, 11-3.
1-1.
We were saying earlier, there's talent everywhere in this sport now. You come to any event, you just go pop out to a court and you're going to watch good pickleball with great players.
1-1. Point.
Great pass from Todd, and even though it was a missed volley from Chloe, she's in the right position, doing everything right. Just goes off the tape.
Two, 1.
Ooh, I like the idea from Zoe, just a bit short of the tape. Highest angle of the net to try and eclipse.
3-1. Point.
And Parris very much looks in control now after saving a few of those game points in game one. She's kind of on a roll, found her rhythm. Now controlling the points, controlling the tempo.
Four, 1. Cut out.
But similar to game one, Wang was down big. Game one, did a good job of coming back. We'll see if she can make another run here in game two.
Point.
Hunter Johnson can stay at the net for another 3 points, or at the bench, excuse me. Leah Jansen is about 3 points away from taking out Mari over on Showcase 4. You can see Hunter strapping up his shoes. That's full commitment to the partnership.
Point. Three, 4.
Nice. Great point on both sides. Drop her to the backhand side. Great approach from Todd.
You said it best, both sides. Sometimes you can lose a pickleball point and do everything right. You just got to look over the other side of the net, and you don't have to say good job, but you can acknowledge it in your own head.
Four, 3. Point.
That ball doesn't bounce up. You can still get the occasional wonky bounce in pickleball. This ball can, for the most part, it's a circle, but after some time on the court, it can be misshapen. You can get some bad bounces here and there.
Wow. Parris had to battle her way out. Zoe Wang went heavy to the backhand. Parris Todd found her way out of this one, and Caitlin Christian takes out Jeannie Bouchard, and I think that's a great sign of hope, though, for Jeannie to even take a game off Caitlin Christian, who's top 2 in the world right now in women's singles. So winner of this match right now on center will take on Caitlin Christian.
And Caitlin Christian also coming from pro tennis, great doubles player.
It's a great volley from Zoe Wang.
And her ability to cover the court at the kitchen there, we saw like she anticipated well. Great mover herself.
3-6. Point.
And I would say for, you talk about tougher part.
As a timeout, just to change up the momentum, give yourself a break.
Knifey volley from Zoe Wang. She's
heavy hitting from Zoe from the baseline. She's rewarded with the short ball, gets herself to the net, and see how comfortable she is up there with that backhand volley. She knocks it off, you know, like a tennis player would.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but that's what it looked like.
Leah Jansen joins the crew behind the bench of Zoe Wang. Brooke Buckner, Kate Fahey, Millie Rain. All sorts of people at the bench. Drop volley for Zoe Wang to tie it at 6.
And you get players watching other players all the time. You got friends, you're scouting. Also, some center courts are in the shade. We've mentioned that a handful of times. Why not? You can either go to the pro player tent that's shaded and nice, or you can come in here, it's shaded and nice, and watch some pickleball.
Point. Seven, 6.
That's how Parris Todd and her journey up to the kitchen after that point.
Six, 7.
I think that was a ball Parris could have maybe taken in the air. It's tough, though, when you hesitate for just a split second in pickleball, you can kind of fool yourself and get caught in a tough position.
Always tough to judge that, too, right? When to take it out of the air, when not to. Where do you have more leverage? Nice, right off the sideline for Parris Todd. And I don't want to micromanage Hunter, but he better get boogieing, because Leah Jansen being here means that her match is done. That was the match ahead of his on SC4.
This is a sign of a good boyfriend, right? He's going to stay here till the last second. Watch Parris play. Great volley from Parris. She gets down low with her left leg, aggressively swings at it, places it cross court. It's a difficult pass for Wang.
Seven, 7.
Nice, perfect point for Parris Todd. Back on top by 1. Flying all over the court.
All right, it's almost like she's thinking a few balls ahead. It's hard to hit outright passing shots. Sometimes you gotta think to yourself, this might take 2 shots or even 3 shots.
7. Point. 9-7. Point. Match point.
Match point for Parris Todd. Looking for a rematch of Caitlin Christian, who she beat 2 weeks ago in the final.
Point. Game match. 11-7.
Parris Todd takes it in 2, and we'll move on to the quarterfinal rounds. Stay with us. Hannah Johns joins us for an interview with Parris Todd after the break. We're back at the Carvana Mesa Cup presented by Proton. Parris Todd moves on to the quarterfinal rounds for a rematch with Caitlin Christian, who she faced in the final and beat in the final 2 weeks ago. And Hannah Johns is with us for more with Parris Todd.
Well, Zoe has such a dangerous game. She really has all the shots out there. What did you go into this match knowing you had to do well?
Zoe's obviously a great player. She's very dangerous. She covers the net super well. So I feel like I just really had to pass well in this match, and I feel like that's kind of what gave me the edge, and I felt like I did that really well today.
You're coming off a massive title win in Tucson just 2 weeks ago, and you haven't won a title since back in 2022, so you got sort of the monkey off your back, so to speak. How good does that feel, and would you like to repeat here?
Of course I would. I mean, I was actually telling Hunter the same thing. I feel like I literally got the monkey off my back, and he's been able to win so many titles, so it's so special for us to be able to win it together and take home the gold. And I'm super hungry. I still want to come out here and compete and win every single week, so I'm not done.
Well, speaking of Hunter, he's about to take the court over on Grandstand. Are you headed there next?
Yes, I put my coaching hat on now after done playing. We go back and forth every time. Whenever he's done, he comes coach me. Whenever he's done, I come coach him. So,
the power couple of pickleball. I love it. Congrats, Parris. You're moving on. Mish.
Hannah, thanks so much. Stick around with us here in Mesa.